Look at the dumb shit that we're about to do right now. Jump starting someone's... Oh my god, no, my front. Jump starting this car. I hope I don't total my car. This guy. Instead of grabbing some starter cables like normal people do, feel me? Nah, let's just push the car with the other car and yeah, there we go. That was a good one. Hope he doesn't crash it into another wall. So we finna get the subframe back in tonight. We still gotta paint it. Yeah, first we gotta clean and sand it a little bit. And then remove my brake booster probably because, I don't know, it just looks so clean without it. So when we took out the subframe, I noticed the engine mounts were ripped. Welded up the engine mounts a little bit because the rubber was kind of gone. This thing, ugly.
So Matthias fucked it up and now he has to drill a hole in the freshly painted subframe because this is Matthias' life. This is Matthias.
There's this one guy out here, this one. They all bolt out from the outside like that. This is the only one that bolts from the inside. What did I do?
It's 2 PM. He's gonna fuck up.
There's no more hole out there. It should be right about there. And I can't get this fucking bolting.
Fucked up.
Bruh.
He fucked up. Als we dit lang genoeg doen.
What the fuck?
Gaat die fucking boter, waar is die boot nu? Hier. Goed genoeg. Nee, die moet er recht in kunnen voor mij, want anders krijg ik OCD.
Yeah. So we got this thing back on the floor, and it's about 6:10 a.m. something like that. Worked all night. It's a day again. Like, look at it. And yeah, now there's some other stuff going on. Like, as soon as we dropped it back on the floor, we started. My RPM gauge is acting weird, and that might be because we welded the engine mounts and it may do funky stuff with electronics and whatnot. But yeah, I'm probably not gonna keep the solid engine mounts right now because this is way too solid. I can get like maybe aluminum blacks, they still give something. But bro, look at it. It's welded, okay? Bruh. This is straight up welded. Like, the vibrations in this car is crazy. Like, everything is shaking violently as if like all the screws are going to get loose, if all their electronics are going to break. The reason why we had to weld this is there's this rubber block that like dampens everything, and the other side, the right side out here, this one, which is actually the left side, haha. This one was completely ripped. Like, you could almost pull the mount apart, and like I do not want to have my engine in there loose. So, you know, I welded it up, thought it was a good idea. Since people run solid mounts, I don't know what like solid mounts, I think they're just the aluminum versions. I see people run like this exact shit, just like straight up welded to it. Like, I've seen people do it. I'm just not sure this is a good idea. I don't know. Like, I'm gonna look around for like the pricing of engine mounts, and if it's doable, if it's not too expensive, I'm just gonna go and get some new engine mounts because like this is way too solid. It's crazy how violently it shakes. Comfort completely gone. It's like -10. Like, it doesn't even go like from 0 to 10 anymore. It goes like below 0. But I'm mostly worried about shit like this. This is like a, what was this thing again? A regulator solenoid. These things are really sensitive to like vibrations and shocks. And there's other electronics with capacitors and whatever. Like, everything is getting a hit more, you know? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna look around if I can get some proper engine mounts again. Replace those. I just don't want to run this. I thought it was a good idea. People on the internet said it was like, oh, it's kind of like, you know, going from like a stock suspension to coilover or something like that, you know? Nah, bro. This is nothing like it, okay? Nothing. Doesn't even compare. This, how it shakes, the vibration, I have no words for it. I never thought I could be doing this. Like, it's awful. So, it's almost 7 a.m. right now, working all night on the drift car. I'm really fucking tired, and I don't know when I'm gonna edit this, but I'll see you in the next one. The next video should be pretty good because there's another event going on where there's drifting going on, so I'm gonna film a little bit. I'm not gonna drive because like it's a small layout of a track, and like I don't want to pay $200 to drive on a small layout. So but there's a big car event and like a lot of tuning, a lot of like ricer shit, a lot of showing off. Some drag racing going on, I believe, but not sure. We'll see. Should be this Sunday, and it's Friday right now. Man, I'm tired. currently in the making of a brake booster delete. What I'm gonna do is, this is the plate that goes into the firewall. I'm creating a hole out here for the cylinder to sit into. I'm gonna get one plate with the same kind of bolting, with just two in the middle for the brake cylinder, the master brake. And that one is gonna sit like this. And then I'm gonna weld everything together. And we got a brake booster delete for really cheap. I'm not gonna say free because, like, obviously if you don't have the metal and a welder, you gotta get all that. But like, if you got all the tools, it's basically free. Bunch of noise again. So currently we got this thing back together, kinda. We put some rubber in there to dampen it. The original mounting was ripped on this side completely, so I decided to weld it. But apparently you need like a very well balanced engine to do that, and this one isn't that balanced. The crankcase needs some movement. The whole engine needs to play a little bit. Right now, what happened with these welded engine mounts is the engine cannot move, and then the imbalance of the crankcase is wearing down on the bearings and the shims, and it would be stuttering about at 3.5k RPM or something like that. It would start jumping up and down, and it wasn't idling right even. So a lot of problems it was giving, even for the electronics. Just the vibrations, it can actually kill electronics like solenoids and regulators and capacitors. They can break from the vibrations. And what is next on the list is this inner tie rod. So I got these flows, i.e. plus 30 mil extended inner tie rods. I only drove this event, like literally just one event, and it's fucked. So as you guys can see, this is a lot of play. It's not something I particularly want to drive with. So I hope flows.e is IE is gonna like maybe get me a replacement or something, because like I only drove like one event, and during the event I basically drove half a day because like I had a lot of problems with my car. But this is something that's not supposed to happen. This is the inner tie rod ball joint, and like you can't go out and drive this. I mean, there's like a lot of play in the steering wheel. It's very sketchy, and like something like this didn't even happen with 30 years old OEM ones. They're like they're almost 35 years old. OEM still good. This, half a day of drifting, fucked. Me just personally, if they don't replace it, I just feel a little distrusted in the company, because something like this should be able to like withstand some shit, you feel me? And I have even been drifting the OEM ones for years, and they were still stock from like 1985, and they were still good for many years. I still have them. I can put them back and then extend the outer tie rods. That's my solution if they don't reply, or they don't go back on me, or they don't want to like ship me out one, because they only sell them in pairs. And like if I buy a pair, maybe I have the same problem again. Like who knows? Like I'll just be throwing money in the bin at that point, so I can't really do that. If they don't replace it, I will be going back to the OEM inners and then extend the OEM outer ones. So you can always count on OEM. Like obviously it's not like WiseFab or just engineering or whatever, but OEM is really good.